when we talk about the adolescent, it means we talk about the next generation of the nation. So, when we're talking about the adolescent in Indonesia, it means we're talking the generation of the actors to make Indonesia better. However, many adolescent issues can hamper the role of the teenagers to contribute positively to Indonesia. And then the one of the adolescent issue is early marriage. And I am Ajeng Arinta Aryan Putri of Mawapres Semarang University 2018. I'd like to propose my idea to contribution in overcoming the problems of the early marriage and create MMTM generation. Muda, Maksimal, Tanpa, Menyesal. Talking about the early marriage certainly doesn't sound unfamiliar in the ear of society. Because what? Because Indonesia is the country with the second highest of the early marriage after Cambodia. The phenomenon of early marriage has been entered into the various regional, and one of them is Central Java. Prevalence of the early marriage under 18 years old was found more than 50%, and then the most early marriage rates was found in the rural areas. This prevalence is very concerned and needs attention for all levels of society, because the victim is adolescent who are supposed to be the next generation of the nation, the adolescent who should be able to be a qualified person, and then to be a qualified person, they need to be healthy in physical and mental. But in fact, the early marriage has negative impact for the healthy, for the physical and mentally healthy. The reproductive organs of the teenager, especially the girls, have not developed optimally. So when the girl who have been married, even the pregnant and give birth, they can be at high risk of the pain, death, even the emergence of the reproductive diseases. The adolescents who have been married and become parents, they will lose their adolescence. They have difficulty to getting together with their friends because they have the obligation to take care of the house, to take care of the husband or wife, and take care of the children. Adolescence is the period that doesn't have emotional maturity. So when there is a conflict within the adolescent household, they tend to be more emotional to solving it. And there is the point of the quarreling, household violence, even divorce happened, which indirectly, the household violence victims will have negative impact not only in physical but also in psychological in person. Education of the maturity of the marriage age is conducted by providing information that relate to the maturation of the marriage age, giving a positive view of the importance of the higher education, and directing the parents to have the control over the lives of the children and guide the children to realize their ideals. Counseling education based on psychological giftedness is treated by providing assistance that includes developing, directing potential, talent, and creativity. Psychology tests such as Rothwell-Miller Interest Plan, General Intelligence Tests, and Indonesia Collective Tests are conducted in determining interest and talent for continuing employment or higher education without experiencing identity confusion. MMTM generation is adolescent that are able to maximally carrying out the tasks of development. Generation that are able to success in carrying out the tasks of development and make the adolescent having the readiness to continue the development tasks in the next phase. MMTM generation needs to be created to bring the parents and the adolescent to know about the importance of the planning before marriage, able to independent in psychological, physical, emotional, education, social, and economic aspect before marriage. And I believe those programs will realize MMTM generation that creates the adolescent independently in all aspects. improvement the physical and psychological healthy by avoiding early marriage.